Welcome, everybody. To Judge the Final Act has been a project that we've been working on for the past 2 years. 5 if you count the earlier versions. Unfortunately, due to ongoing events, we were unable to complete the film. But tonight, we want to finish the story the best way that we can. During this table read, we will have storyboards, sound effects, music, and other things to better convey what we were going for. And it is with great pleasure to introduce the cast of To Judge the Final Act. On my right, we have Jacob REISS.
Hello.
On my left, we have Andrew BANDERAS.
Heyo, I'm Andrew.
And on my right, we have Mitchell DOBLE.
How's it going? My name is Mitchell and I'm reprising my own.
And without further delay, here's the opening scene of the film. Scene 3. Interior of Mitch's house, morning. Shot an alarm clock going off at 5 a.m. A reluctant hand lands but fails to hit the cancel button several times. Exterior Maricosta College, sunset. Mitch exits his last class of the day. He walks down the hallway and makes his way to the parking lot. He enters his car and adjusts his rearview mirror. A man appears in his back seat, and Mitch violently turns his head.
Who the hell are you? Get out of my car!
Hold on.
Who are you? What do you want?
My name's Jacob. I'm a stage manager at Miracosta.
If this is about me wanting to come in for an audition, yeah, because it's not going to happen.
No, although I doubt Andrew would let that happen.
Andrew? Andrew's a part of the drama department here at Miracosta?
Yes, that is actually why I'm here.
I don't want anything to do with him, so...
So you know him?
Yeah, from a long time ago. What are you still doing in my car?
What did they used to call you? They used to call you, the Jizz. No, not the Jizz. Like the Jizz Bender. No.
Judge.
Teh Jedge. That's what it is, yes. Why did they call you that in the first place?
It's a long story.
Long story. Okay, well, I mean, we can speed it up.
Jacob puts his hand on Mitch's forehead quickly. Mitch slaps his hand.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh, this will only take a second.
Jacob touches his head again. Mitch's pupils dilate black, and his mind gets transported back to the fight at El Camino. He snaps back to reality and takes a look at Jacob.
How did you...
Scene 4. Interior restaurant, nighttime. Mitch and Jacob sit at a booth with empty plates. About 3 pints of beer have been consumed by Mitch.
Look, I know it's a lot to take in.
Waiter? I'll actually have another one.
Actually, about that, I think he's good. You're not going to understand what I'm about to tell you and comprehend the information if you keep drinking.
Look, kid, I get it, all right? I'm not the only one who had powers.
Right. Well, no one has heard of such things since you. And Andrew doesn't even have powers. And if he did, it probably wouldn't be for the right reasons. You haven't used your powers since, have you?
No. I haven't had a need to.
So, Andrew kicked your ass 4 years ago, and then you just decided to throw in the towel.
Yep.
What about El Camino and the drama department? You haven't thought about going back and saving everyone?
To that shithole? No. They resorted to doing kids shows, and for the last about year and a half, they haven't had a real auditorium to do shows in. So.
What about Jackson?
What about him? I tried and I failed, and he died. That's about it.
Haven't thought about avenging him at all?
Oh, what does it look like? I'm some franchise-running personality? Of course, I thought about avenging him. But I'm just Mitch. I have an ordinary-ass job and pay expensive-ass rent in California, and I dream about what I could have been if I had pursued my acting career like everyone else. But I moved on. My time in the limelight died in 2016, so...
You're a good person, Mitch. And I've seen it. And there are people that need you. And Miracosta sucks. Because Andrew's there acting like it's a fascist camp with a bunch of actors that actually think that they're in one.
It's because they're actors.
Right, and you know who's responsible for that? Andrew. The asshole that killed Jackson in cold blood and left you for dead. And you know that you have a responsibility to show those people that it's not always just what Andrew says. And they're not just a group of crazy people who are always trying to enunciate the right lines at the right time. I said not always.
Sorry, but I can't help you.
Okay, well, just do me one favor before you leave.
What?
Go home, go to your closet, look at Jackson's gavel.
What? What's in it for me?
I'll pay for the check.
Good. I'm 21. I have a job. Pretty sure I can handle my half of the bill. Right? Alright, fuck that. You can take care of that.
It's expensive.
Interior Mitch's living room, nighttime. Mitch opens and closes the door. He drops his jacket on the couch.
Come on, Mitchell. Come on, Mitch.
Jacob takes a deep breath and sits down on the grass, crossing his legs. He closes his eyes and begins to astral project himself through the minds of people. He gets close to Mitch's house, but grassy footsteps can be heard approaching.
I was, just meditating.
Rehearsal starts in exactly 10.
Interior Maricosta Theater, afternoon. Jacob looks down at his phone again. 3:57 p.m.
Come on, Mitch.
A plethora of actors come out from the back of the stage in sweats and begin to stretch and huddle in groups to enunciate and converse about their day. Jacob checks his phone again. 3:59 p.m. He begins to sweat. His heart beats faster and faster. Boom! A door goes flying open. Everyone in the room gets on their feet and quickly form into a line. Everyone remains quiet. A pair of feet can be heard walking through the auditorium and make their way through the stage. The camera remains behind Andrew's head as he walks around the group of actors. He stops right in front of the line.
Places for top of show.
No one moves.
Places for the top of the show.
Still, none of the actors move. They all seem to be staring at something past him. Andrew turns around, revealing his face to us for the first time. The camera dollies in on him. Mitch is seen walking from the backstage, coming in from the left in his classic black suit. In one hand, he carries Jackson's beige gavel. We get a sweeping wide of Andrew and Mitch facing off in front of the entire cast of the show.
I'll be goddamned. Mitchell fucking Doble.
This is for Jackson.
Mitch violently ignites his gavel. Blue illuminates everything near him, the stage below, his face, his suit.
Alright, let's make this quick.
Andrew throws his jacket at one of the actors, revealing his robotic hand.
Oh.
He snaps it, causing a metallic clink. Somebody comes running in with a case. Andrew grabs a single purple lightsaber. A crew member leaves running off. Andrew ignites his saber. Purple illuminates everything near him, the stage below, his face, his black clothing. The rest of the actors run off stage, screaming. Mitch raises his saber and charges towards Andrew, and Andrew stands his ground. Mitch makes it towards Andrew and swings his saber 1, 2, 3 times. Andrew dodges, blocks, and disarms Mitch. The gavel goes swinging across the stage. Mitch looks up quickly, and Andrew thrusts his saber into Mitch's side. A look of shock runs through Jacob's face. Mitch is in disbelief. How did he beat me so soon? Andrew's saber is fired through Mitch's side. Andrew pulls it out with ease, but with enough force to send his back towards him, doing a 180. Mitch falls to his knees, grabbing his side. Andrew stands as if nothing happened. He stares at his actors and snaps his finger towards Mitch. The 2 cast members come running onto the stage and carry Mitch onto his feet. The 2 drag Mitch out of the theater. Andrew snaps his fingers again. A crew member with the case comes running up to him. He places a saber inside of the case.
While you're at it, make me a second one. You know, in case anyone else gets any funny ideas.
A crew member nods and runs off. Andrew directs his attention towards the actors hiding behind the chairs, and he smiles.
Come on, people, the show's over. Y'all can come out now.
The cast slowly comes out of their hiding space and make their way around the stage.
Everyone, take 5.
The group sighs and begins to separate and converse quietly.
Jacob!
Yes?
Did you know he was coming?
No, I didn't think he was.
Don't fuck with me. Did you or did you not sense his presence coming?
I felt something, but it couldn't make out. I couldn't make out what it was.
Okay. So then, why didn't you tell me?
Guess he wasn't threatening enough?
I'll be goddamned if he even posed a threat at all.
Andrew snaps his fingers and a table is brought to the stage with the script plopped onto it.
And I'll be goddamned to find out if anyone else here doubts my authority. Whoever had the bright idea of reinvigorating his revenge plot has to be one stupid person.
Yeah.
So, what's the general consensus then? Are they afraid of me or what?
Well, actually,
He leans in and whispers.
they don't think you would have actually killed him. They don't think you would have killed him.
What are you... Did you check inside their minds?
I didn't have to. They straight up told me while we were all hiding behind the chairs.
He turns back to the cast, who have now calmed down and are talking and stretching normally.
Okay.
Andrew walks off stage into the seating area, then into the doors that lead outside. Exterior Maricosta, afternoon. Andrew quickly walks to his car. The camera goes below his waist to show his hand pulling out his keys. He pops the trunk, and the camera moves around the corner to the other side of the car. The gun emerges into frame. Andrew cocks it and puts it behind his shirt on his back. He slams the trunk and locks the car. The camera follows him, walking quickly back to the auditorium. Oh, did you find that funny?
Yeah. I just because you're like cock cock, and then fucking
I saw him grab it. I was like,
Yeah, Mitchell's over here, and he's just like. It's crisp. It was fucking crisp.
Yeah, that
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
I heard it.
all right. The camera goes through the auditorium before Andrew does. We see the actors still hanging out and prepping. The camera lands facing the backdrop of the stage. Andrew walks in.
Everyone line up!
Everybody quickly runs to the stage and lines up. Andrew starts walking once everyone has settled into their place. The camera remains on him. It slowly follows him as he ascends up to the stage. Andrew slowly walks through the line of actors.
Is everyone here off book?
The cast responds quietly with a few yeahs and absolutelys.
Okay, well, that's fantastic. George, Give me your fourth line from page 18, Act 1.
George steps forward from the crowd. As my eyes begin to water, I can feel her hands slowly move across my face. I've never felt more special. I was her only focus at this very moment.
Amazing. Just amazing that you were off book through the very difficult human process known as memory. Work on your delivery, George. I didn't cast you as second lead for nothing.
George nods and steps back into the crowd. Andrew smiles and looks around. A male actor is sweating.
You.
The actor takes 2 steps forward hesitantly.
Are you nervous?
No, sir.
Do I make you nervous?
Why would I be nervous?
Are you off book?
The male actor nods.
Let me make this easier for you. Feed me any line. Any line that you have.
I think he is trying to use her against me. I feel this anxiety I've never felt before. It's suffocating, like Andrew gets close to the actor's face. Like he's breathing down my neck, waiting to see what my next move is. Andrew pulls out his gun and shoots him. His body flops onto the ground. And the cast is speechless. He looks back at them.
Learn your fucking lines by Monday.
Andrew leaves the theater.
Fuck! Shit!
¿Ya llegaste?
Yeah, I'm taking a shit.
Ay, Andrew.
You're the fucking best. You are the best fucking leading man this world has ever been graced to see. Ever. Alright? All those people that thought you were fucking short, boy, were they fucking wrong. Look at them now. Wow. You're a fucking giraffe. You're gonna make it fucking big, bro. You're gonna make it fucking big! I feel like we could really make it big if we worked really hard on it. It's just, like, I'm just so astonished at how talented and well-respected you are. Oh. You see that fucker again? He's dead. You hear me? He's not taking your lead roles anymore, okay? You owe this to yourself.
Interior Maricosta Theater, afternoon. The cast of actors are desperately cleaning the stage of blood. A few actors drag the wrapped corpse, leaving another trail of fresh blood. The actors clean groan. The camera pulls away to reveal Jacob, standing behind a few curtains, avoiding being seen leaving by the other cast members. Jacob bursts out of the theater exit and runs to the parking lot. He immediately projects himself to find Mitch. The projection doesn't last long, as he finds Mitch several feet away, resting on the side of his car, holding the side of his waist.
Mitch, are you okay?
Not really. Haven't been able to get up. I don't think I'm worthy to even get up anyways.
Come on, Mitch. We gotta go. Give me your hand.
Interior Mitch's house, afternoon. Mitch and Jacob sit on the couch, Jacob tending to his wounds. Jacob pats a napkin soaked with rubbing alcohol into the stab.
Ah! Is there any way you can speed this up?
Yeah, this will be quick. I'm just doing this as a precaution because if I don't do this, this can potentially kill you.
That's oddly specific. What are you doing exactly?
Jacob finishes rubbing alcohol on Mitch and places his hand on the wound and closes his eyes.
Ah, this still really fucking hurts, dude.
And in a matter of seconds, the wound is almost completely healed.
So you can read minds and heal people?
Apparently so. I wasn't the one who decided my powers.
Well, thanks.
Mitch attempts to get up.
Hold on. The effects won't fully take over until another hour, so sit tight.
Again, highly specific, but okay.
Mitch glances at the clock. 5:56 p.m. He lays back down on the couch.
What were you thinking?
I don't know. I thought that if somehow I put the suit on, it would all kind of come back to me.
You know, I couldn't even sense you coming in. I just felt an angry, pitiful presence lurking, but not one who wanted what was necessary.
What do you mean?
Well, Andrew is accustomed to dealing with people who seek revenge. He burned a lot of bridges after he took over the theater department at Miracosta. And many people have tried but failed to bring back the drama department.
So I'm not the only one who's had a sob story with Andrew.
No, but you are the only one who's had the opportunity to come back stronger. Train until you're back in your element.
Like Batman in the middle of The Dark Knight Rises?
Can you take this seriously?
No, I think it's pretty clear that I'm not enough for this drama department. I'm not good enough to save Jackson. I can't even pay my own damn water bills.
Shut the fuck up. You need to get your head straight. You're capable of going right in there and standing a chance against Andrew, but there's something really important in your way, and that's you. You can't be doing this for Jackson. You can't be doing this for drama, the drama department, and you can't be doing this to get back at Andrew. You need to do this for yourself. You need to understand that your past self for the past 4 years is gone. You're a different person. You have to stand up and prove to yourself that you can be as great as you once were.
You're right. I wasn't who I was 4 years ago. I looked out everyone I know. I was supposed to be the next big thing. And I slowly crept away from everything. I failed Jackson. I think you should let yourself out.
You know, to be a good leading actor, you have to be a good supporting character.
As the song begins to fade out, the radio announcer comes on. That was Queen here on JK 96.9. Before we wrap things up on this lovely afternoon, we have one last interview to conduct, and this is a very talented theater director over at Maricosta College who is currently busy finishing a play that he wrote, directed, and stars in. Andrew Banderas, welcome to the studio. How are you feeling right now?
Incredibly humbled to have this opportunity to be able to orchestrate my own works and share them with an enthusiastic audience such as...
Jacob shuts off the radio.
Jesus.
Jacob stops at a red light. The sound of the engine is the only thing that he hears. He breathes in and out. Jacob opens his eyes. He looks straight into the rearview mirror to look at the driver and immediately to the light. It has turned green. Jacob raises his middle finger to the driver behind him.
Fuck this shit.
Jacob U-turns and makes his way to Mitch's house. Interior Mitch's house, nighttime. There's a knock on the door. Mitch remains in the same position that he was in earlier.
Who is it?
It's me.
I'd let you in, but I can't get up.
I'm going to help you, but you need to not bitch and listen to me.
Okay. I just want to do the best.
For who?
For myself.
We start now.
Scene 15, montage. Exterior bike trail bridge, sunrise. Jacob and Mitch are jogging through the bike trail. Exterior park, daytime. Jacob and Mitch are doing burpees in the park near some grass.
And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Interior Mitch's living room, daytime. Mitch is lifting weights and Jacob's watching and nodding. Interior Mitch's closet, daytime. The gavel case swings open, revealing Mitch's brown gavel. Jacob gives him a look.
Myself.
Mitch goes to grab it, and his hand covers the screen black. The screen turns back to color once Mitch runs past it. He's running from Jacob, who's throwing rocks at him. He stops and slides across the leaves on the ground to stop his momentum. He ignites his saber and annihilates the rest of the rocks being thrown at him. In one full swing, he slices 4 at once and 180 to the force of the swing. Jacob is impressed, and they both stand smiling. Interior Maricosta Theater, daytime. Close-up shot of Jacob's watch. Jacob walks up to Andrew, who is sitting in the audience watching his play on stage be acted, and talks to him. Jacob gestures that he needs to leave. Jacob is so laser focused on the show that he carelessly waves his hand in approval. Jacob leaves, but Andrew looks behind him with suspicion. He turns back at the stage, still thinking. Interior Maricosta Theater, afternoon. Jacob walks to Andrew again while he is directing a scene on stage. Andrew looks at him in annoyance, and Jacob says sorry. Andrew signals his permission for him to leave. He stops him before he can go and gives him a pat on the back and wishes him good luck with whatever he is doing. Exterior Maricosta Theater parking lot, afternoon. From far away, Jacob enters his car. Andrew plops into frame, trying not to be seen. Jacob drives away. Andrew looks at his phone, and he looks up to see where Jacob is driving off to. Exterior forest, sunset. Mitch stares at the Coke cans again. He closes his eyes and raises his hand again. He focuses. All of a sudden, the cans begin to lift. He laughs in excitement. Interior Mitch's living room, nighttime. Mitch and Jacob jokingly enter into a tango, almost as if they are drunk.
Ugh.
Mitch drops his phone on his couch and enters the kitchen. Jacob jumps on the couch.
Do you want anything?
Yeah. Let me get a water.
Mitch nods in the kitchen and investigates the mini fridge. Jacob feels an uncomfortable lump on his back. He gets up to see what he lays on. There's nothing. He lays back down again, but the lump is still there. Mitch walks in with 2 water bottles.
I know it's not the most comfortable couch in the world, but you know, it has feelings too.
I just feel this weird lump on my back.
Are you sure it's not that?
Mitch points to Jacob's back. Jacob struggles to grab it. He detaches it from his jacket. It begins to beep.
What the fuck?
The metal beacon electrocutes him. Jacob drops it, but Mitch force grabs it, lifting it from almost hitting the ground. It slowly levitates to their eye level.
What do you think it is?
I can find out where it comes from. I just need to touch it for more than 5 seconds.
Should I crush it then?
No. Whoever made this clearly doesn't want me to find out.
The two of them look clueless at the object as it floats in front of them. Mitch twitches in thought, and so does Jacob. It takes them a solid 30 seconds to get an idea, and they both gain a gaze of sudden realization.
Son of a bitch. He's probably not that far.
Oh, okay. Can't you sense him?
I can't feel anything.
What do you mean you can't feel anything?
He's here.
Oh, so now you can sense him.
The sound of a car furiously pulls up and skids on the sidewalk.
Oh, guess not. Never mind.
The front door violently swings open. 2 purple lightsabers are thrusted up both Mitch and Jacob's throats, only inches away.
I guess you can say I caught you two at a rather
Andrew walks in through the door with a stupid metal helmet.
suffocating time.
That wasn't even fucking good, dude.
Andrew presses his button on his robotic arm, and the lightsaber inches closer to Mitch's throat.
You two want a grand finale? Here's what's gonna happen. Opening night is in 2 days. Jacob, you're doing nothing but being an attentive and loyal stage manager. I know you are, for the next 24 hours.
The saber moves behind Mitch, forcing him to walk toward Andrew.
Mitch, what should I do with you?
Andrew walks up to Mitch and sees his gavel in his pocket. He reaches for it, but Mitch's hand grabs hold of Andrew's arm.
We meet tomorrow at sunset. Maricosta Theater. Be there or be square.
Andrew lets go of his other hand that's locked onto Jacob and punches Mitch, knocking him out. Interior Mitch's living room, nighttime. Interior Mitch's closet, nighttime. His closet swings open. He finds his suit. He slips his arm into it, but it goes through a huge tear on the side from the first conversation, and he throws it to the side. He punches the bed a couple times in frustration. He throws himself onto the bed in defeat. His phone rings.
Hey, Mitch. Let me know if you get this. It's currently 8 a.m. and your ass still hasn't gotten up when we agreed we were gonna, meet up. And I didn't want to invade your mind to wake you up again, because last time I saw something that I'd much rather not really talk about. But but anyways, you've been doing pretty good. Looks like you're doing pretty much being on track of being the hero everyone knows you can be. Get your ass up, Mitch.
You have one unheard message.
Hey, Mitch. Hey, the show starts in less than, 2 hours, and, the entire cast hasn't been able to find you. I guess they sent me as your bounty hunter, huh? This show needs you. You're the reason people jump out of their seats with laughter, and I'm pretty sure you make up half of the audience that purchased tickets for the opening. Look, man, there's no one that feels worse about taking the title of the judge, but you won't be forgotten. You've already created a legacy. You may as well expand upon it. Hopefully this voicemail doesn't get to you too late. I'll talk to you later. Oh, shit, that's not the off button.
He stands up and looks at his hand, which sparks with green electricity. Interior Maricosta Theater, afternoon. Two actors are rehearsing with each other in the center of the stage. The two actors on stage are embracing when suddenly the male actor breaks away dramatically. But there's one thing we missed. The female actress gasps dramatically. What could it possibly be? We never thought about whether or not. The male actor takes an uncomfortably long pause. Jacob and Andrew sit in the audience, Andrew still wearing his stupid metal helmet. Jacob has his head in his hand, in annoyance. Andrew is sitting straight up, eating up every second of the scene. If the heroic, handsome Andrew...
Tall!
Andrew shouts from the audience.
Tall!
The heroic...
Just add tall!
The heroic, handsome, tall Andre survived. What the fuck?
Yeah, let's
keep going. That's a snake walker, dog.
The music crescendos and the stage lights fade out. Andrew steps out and shouts.
Enter me, crawling out of the ashes of the burnt building, seeking revenge with my six-pack. Lights fade, and end of Act 3. Great work, everybody. Be back here for a full run tomorrow. That'll be all.
The entire cast and crew groan and quickly get up to leave. Andrew sits back down.
Except for you, Jacob. But I'm sure you already knew that.
Not with that stupid helmet blocking your big ass
Shut the
forehead.
fuck up. One more goddamn thing about my fucking helmet, and I swear to you.
It just doesn't fucking make your head look big.
Jacob looks down. The last couple of people remain still packing up. Jacob watches these last few people hang around. He looks to Andrew's helmet. Andrew is glued to his phone. He closes his eyes and focuses. Everyone but one person has left the theater. Jacob waits for the last person to leave. The person walks off, opens the door, and a large creak can be heard. The person exits and the creak comes back again, and the door closes. Jacob punches Andrew straight in the face. Andrew covers his nose in pain and Jacob grabs a hold of his helmet and flips it off. It goes rolling to the ground. Jacob puts his hand on Andrew's forehead, which has a noticeable vein popping out. Jacob and Andrew both go inside the minefield.
Bitch! Motherfucker! That's what happened. In this scene, I touched his main vein, and is that motherfucker right on his forehead. Show him.
Focus.
Focus it.
Focus.
Remove your hair like Harry Potter.
Can you see it? Maybe if I
Just spin the bottle. Remember?
Spin the fucking bottle.
There it is.
Do you see it?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
Oh my! Try looking like down.
Like you're trying to take a shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh, there it is. It's coming out. I see. That was good.
He's the
Okay.
chosen one.
I got one.
He
too.
is the one.
Yeah,
He's the one.
we all got it.
Okay.
Interior pitch black room, afternoon. Andrew falls from the sky and lands in a pitch black environment. He frantically gets up. He puts his hand on his head, looking for his helmet.
Ah, shit!
Jacob suddenly emerges behind him. Jacob goes for a punch, but he disappears. Jacob emerges again behind him, but again disappears.
So,
It quickly becomes a game of whack-a-mole until Andrew's robotic arm anticipates Jacob's location and grabbles him by the throat.
Fuck!
Jacob gives a smirk, and Andrew's face grows concerned. Jacob snaps his fingers and they are sent to a different location. Exterior El Camino High School, daytime. Andrew is on the ground and gets on his feet quickly, looking at his surroundings. He sees the ugly black fence around the school.
what the fuck?
Jacob's voice is heard overhead.
I see what really hurts you, Andrew.
Andrew turns around in all directions to see where Jacob is.
The mind never lies, Andrew.
Sounds of lightsabers clashing can be heard. Andrew turns to see what it is. A young Mitch and Jackson are seen fighting across from him. Andrew turns to see his past self, who's peeking into the fight from behind a wall.
You knew if you had never set those two up to rip each other apart, you never would have made it on your own. You always knew you would fall too short of getting those juicy leading roles. Literally!
The young versions of Mitch, Jackson, and Andrew fade away. The sunlight goes out like a light switch, and Jacob comes in, punching Andrew. Andrew falls back from the force of the impact and is suddenly into a new location.
Jacob, you fool! What have you done to
Jacob
me?
comes bursting in from the side and pins Andrew up against the wall and begins to give him uppercuts. Andrew swings with his robotic arm, and Jacob disappears. Andrew runs to the opposite direction of the exit. Jacob disappears and reappears next to Andrew and drags his ass back to the right wall, left, right wall.
You were always afraid you'd be remembered only in high school as the short dork that was always casted in ensemble and disappeared off the face of the planet after graduation, never to be seen again! Gone!
Andrew gets slammed against the right wall.
And
Andrew gets slammed against the left wall.
forgotten!
Andrew's face is slammed against the right wall, blood coming out of his mouth.
You were scared! You'd never be as good as Teh Jedge!
Andrew yells. He starts hitting back, landing direct hits on Jacob. Jacob becomes badly wounded. Andrew punches him 3 times, and Jacob gets on his knees. Andrew chokes Jacob with his robotic arm and lifts him to eye level. Andrew gives Jacob a maniacal smile. Jacob looks off. He senses something.
Mitchell.
You're doing great, kid. But this is my fight.
But I've got him. I've almost got him on the
I know.
ropes.
But I'm gonna have to take control.
Mitchell, you can't do this.
Keep the drama department protected.
A bright light shines from the entire hallway. Jacob is sent to another location. Exterior Maricosta Theater, sunset. Jacob is laying on the ground and gets up.
Mitchell, no!
Interior Maricosta Theater hallway, sunset. Andrew is alone, left wondering what will happen. And the lights flicker.
You've taken the limelight for too long.
Yeah, only because I deserved it.
I've searched through your feelings. I know. You know this isn't true. You forced your way into this department with threats and none of the talent I know you actually have. Please, Andrew. The fact that you belong in the ensemble with the rest of us.
Easy for you to say. You always got the lead roles. Why don't you come out and fight me like the leading man you are?
There's a large pause. The voiceover stops. Andrew turns around slowly. Mitchell appears in his classic black suit on the other side of the hallway.
You can be just as beloved and talented by being a supporting character as you can being the lead role. You don't have to rely on your tech to achieve leadership in this department. Please, join us.
Mitchell extends his hand. Andrew looks tempted to take it.
Come on.
Andrew stares for a second. He goes charging at him. Mitch doesn't move. Andrew lands a deadly punch with his robotic arm, which sends Mitch plummeting to the ground. Andrew runs a little past Mitch to catch his momentum, and he stops about 5 feet from him. Andrew looks at Mitchell, and Mitchell is on the ground. He puts a fist to the ground, and he lifts his head to face Andrew.
The one thing you'll never learn being in a leading role is when you're in a supporting role.
And Mitchell takes out his left hand, revealing his brown gavel.
You can still steal the show.
Andrew looks down at his belt, and the gavel is taken away.
You see you outside.
Mitchell disappears from out of the minefield. Andrew turns around to the other side of the hallway.
No!
He begins to turn towards the exit, and a bright light glows through the hallway. Andrew exits the minefield. Interior Maricosa Theater, sunset. Andrew wakes up. He gets up from the audience chairs and looks around. He slowly makes his way up to the stage. He calls his sabers, which come flying at him, ready to strike in his hand. And the music swells up. Mitchell walks out from the left wing in a new pristine white suit, gavel in hand. Andrew grows concerned. He locks both of his sabers into one. Mitchell closes his eyes and remembers a memory.
You're worthy.
Jackson's voice can be heard echoing those words. Mitchell's eyes open up, revealing a gradient green glow. Green electricity begins to run through him, resembling Thor. Andrew stares in anger and envy. Mitchell looks at his hands, running with electricity. Exterior Maricosa Theater sunset. Jacob has both of his fingers on his forehead with his eyes closed. He begins to open them in awe and wonder.
You son of a bitch!
Mitch smiles. He looks back at Andrew. Andrew and Mitchell stare in anger. Cuts fire between the two eyes, and the music begins to swell up.
Kick his ass, Mitchell!
It stops. And they charge at each other. Andrew helicopters his sabers and strikes at Mitchell. The two go at it. No signs of slowing down. They clash, and they stare at each other and go right back to fighting. Mitchell slices Andrew's sabers in half. Andrew pulls back and readjusts his sabers to be holding them backwards and jumps back into fighting. Mitchell gets the upper hand, so Andrew steps away. Mitch force electrocutes Andrew, and he screams in pain but manages to bring one of his sabers to block it. Mitch stops projecting his force lightning, and he runs up to Andrew, who is still on the ground, and begins slashing at him, striking only his saber, and eventually disarms him of both his sabers. Mitchell points his saber at Andrew.
Wait! Please don't kill me.
Mitchell still points his saber at Andrew.
I never wanted to kill you or Jackson.
But you did.
But that wasn't me. It was my insecurities making me do all those things, you see? I never wanted to rip you apart from the department. I mean, all my life I've played second-hand man, but a part of me took over myself and forced those terrible things of shame upon you. And I am so sorry.
Andrew's real hand moves over to his robotic hand, and he presses a button. We see Andrew's sabers begin to raise off the ground from behind Mitchell.
Please, Mitchell. Let me be your new best friend.
Andrew extends his hands, and Mitch turns off his saber.
I had a best friend. His name was Jackson KOSHLEY.
Godspeed to Judge.
Mitchell's eyes widen. The purple sabers ignite from behind him and begin to fly towards Mitchell. Mitchell ducks, and the sabers go flying past him. The purple sabers continue to fly towards him, and they impale him right in his stomach. He lays on the ground, struggling and coughing up blood. He struggles to talk.
Shit.
Andrew's body falls over. Mitch tries to stand back up, but can't. He lays down on the stage, holding his side, and he struggles to breathe. Jacob comes bursting through the back entrance of the stage. He gets to Mitchell.
Hey, kid.
I'm like 4 months younger than you. Holy shit, Mitchell, you did it!
Yeah, I guess I did.
You good, dog? You look like you need some help.
No, just... No. Maybe it's my time to go.
Man, fuck that shit. Give me a sec. I need to find some alcohol.
Jacob looks around the theater, and he looks at Andrew's dead body. He runs to it. He stands it up and begins to scrummage through his coat, and he finds a black flask. He runs back over to Mitchell and pours it on him. He puts it on his hand and his side and heals him. Mitch looks at Jacob at worry.
What? Nothing. I'm just worried you're gonna drain too much life and die.
Nah, dude. The hell? That would be fucking stupid.
Okay. This is getting kind of weird.
Agreed.
The two pull away and look at Andrew's body.
So what are we gonna do with Lord Farquaad here?
Okay, I've got an idea, but I can't move for another hour, so...
Oh, I was just fucking with you. You don't have to be... actually have to be immobile for an hour.
Fuck you.
Exterior El Camino High School, nighttime. A large patch of extra dirt lays on top of a grassy area, with a cross in the middle. Yeah, you guys buried Andrew. Yes, that's what's happening
El
here.
Camino.
Yes, at El Camino. Isn't it very poetic?
Everything you fucking wanted and more, asshole.
Jacob and Mitchell put away their shovels and sit on the edge of the wall. Mitch gives a hopeful look.
What's that look for?
I think you should be the one in charge of the drama department at Miracosta.
What? No, I couldn't.
Yeah, you can. This department needs someone who is able to reinvigorate people's spirits. It would be a great opportunity to set up for the future, you know? Plus, it's time you took charge of something in your life for once.
Mitch takes out his gavel and presents it to Jacob. Jacob reluctantly accepts it with a firm smile. He grabs it, but Mitchell doesn't let go.
You can't let go of the gavel now, can you?
No, I just thought it would be a nice gesture.
You can keep a hold of it.
Jacob lets it go. Mitchell puts the gavel in his pocket. They both stare at the sky. Jacob looks back at Mitchell.
You just don't want to deal with Andrew's show opening tomorrow.
Well, when you put it like that.
What are you? Are you coming back to act?
I'll think about it. I mean, first you gotta put on a good show.
I feel a peaceful presence. It's clearly not you.
I thought it would sound weird, but I feel at peace with Jackson's soul.
Jacob smiles. Both look up at the moon again. Footsteps can be heard emerging behind the two. Their faces are visibly confused. They both turn slowly. A blue glow illuminates the both of them. A ghostly Jackson with a hooded robe and long beard walks up to both Mitch and Jacob. Jacob loses his blue glow and has the normal opacity of a living person. We get a faraway shot of Mitch walking up to Jackson. The two meet halfway and they embrace. Fade to black. See ya.
Hey!
Hey, yo! Get on the cyclone.
It's been a long journey. Trying to complete this story. We wrote it way back in 2019, and we're happy that it's finally out. 6 drafts.
6 drafts.
2 long years of getting it off the ground. 5 years if you include when we started to make up the story. But I'm glad that it's finally out there, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys got anything to say?
When we first started this whole voyage, I was, like I say in the film, my character kind of is stuck in his past.
Card full for this one.
Fuck
That's fine.
No, you still got, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
When I think back to the origins really of this thing. It was this dorky thing in high school that as a senior I said, why not? You know? And of course, you never know what's going to pop off on the internet. You never know what's going to do really well. But I just want to say that, like, in the aspect of everything that I've done, I can firmly say I've had my best friends behind me. It'll be a title that I carry with me forever.
To judge.
The Judge. I think in each of our own characters we have very different versions of ourselves. And yes, it's comedy, and yes, it is for fun and jokes, parodies. But it was fun.
We love you too much.
It was fun.
Andrew, you got anything to say?
We did it.
Sign the contract, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
My NDA is done. I can say anything now. Nothing's holding me back.
So what do you want to say?
But what I do want to say is that through this long iteration of like 6 different drafts and everything for how many years that we've been doing it, it's been like such a great thing to have us, like our friendships, everyone here, be held together by this by like so many years, and just, you know, bringing us back every now and then, trying it out one more time after a long time of not seeing each other, and just really keeping that friendship alive, that brotherhood. And that's probably what I'm most appreciative about. So after this, I don't know. Yeah, it's done, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck you, dog.
Yeah,
Homie
we're
Howard.
not homies anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind
No,
of
homie,
sucks,
how?
actually.
That's art, baby.
Yeah, this is the last time we were ever hanging
That's
out.
showbiz.
I didn't know to what extent everyone that was on this production, how much, what is it, drive that we all shared in more than others. And you know, to see everyone, you know, come back and to finally, you know, get it done, it is a little sad. It's a little sad because we worked for so long.
Yeah.
And like this has always been, you know, if it wasn't, you know, up in front, it was always on the back burner waiting, you know, because
Yeah,
COVID
exactly.
happened and all that stuff, and it just, you know, through all the rough times and the good times, you know, sitting in cars trying to talk about what we're doing and fucking around and all. I appreciate the experience, and I think I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it for anything.
Jackson. Everyone look at the camera.
Get in.
He's standing next to them.
Now that our NDAs are up, I can officially say we cut you out of the movie because you were too damn tall.
Too damn.
Damn. I think that's
The
it. I'm getting
contrast
out of
with
here.
me.
I'm
I'm
out.
so cold.
I'm out. It's
Damn.
done. It's too cold up in
I'll
this.
see you later, bitch.
Motherfucker.
Oh.
Wait. I want to before we finish, I want to thank Daniel for setting up this.
Yeah!
Eris for helping out as well.
I
For
did
the script.
nothing.
And
Thanks,
then
Eris.
I want to
Thanks,
thank
dog.
Jake, my friend Alberto, my cousin.
Cinematographer.
Yes. And then Caleb. Behind the
Yeah,
camera.
Caleb.
Hello. Yeah, I appreciate everybody's help. Everybody who also helped out during the production of the film. Yeah, I mean we'll have everybody thanked and everything, but I really appreciate everybody's hard work that was put into it, and I'm glad that we got the story done in some capacity. And